Good morning, class. I want you to open up to page number 47 in your geography books. Now, today we will start the second term syllabus and the first chapter will be agriculture. In this particular chapter, we are going to study what agriculture is as a primary activity, different agricultural practices in the world, subsistence farming, commercial farming, crops, different kinds of crops, food crop, cash crop, and agricultural development. Now I want you to turn to page number 48 as of now and pick up your pencils. Please underline whatever you see underline, and if any I have written the explanation of any term or word, please make sure you also copy the same. Now, agriculture as a primary activity. Agriculture started more than 10,000 years ago. Agriculture was the first occupation of man. So that this is what they knew before we talked about industries or any other such activity which brought in money or which provided some kind of subsistence to them. Large and small settlements grew around the centers of agricultural farmlands, generally near the river banks. Early people domesticated the wild variety of plants to grow food crops. Now, this must have been happening when they saw the animals eating certain crops, and they realized that they were not harmful to animals, so they might not be harmful to them also. So it was case of hit and miss. They were experimenting a lot, and then they realized which grain to sow and how to use that particular grain for subsistence. So now children, early people, this we have done. In the beginning, they did not practice settled agriculture, meaning to say agriculture was not just taken up at one single place. Later, people learned to cultivate the same plot of land year after year. It became possible only when favorable conditions existed for settled agriculture. You remember in class 3 when we were learning about early man and how they realized that when they were, nomads roaming from one place to the other along with their livestock in search of food and water. So then they realized if they settle near a river bank, that water was one of the main essentials or main factors to grow a healthy crop. So they started settling down along the river banks or along major rivers. Now, later people learned to cultivate the same plot of land year after year. It became possible only when favorable conditions existed for settled agriculture. Now, in the early days, 10,000 years ago, there were no irrigation facilities. The people had to develop, they were not even farmers. Everybody was growing their own crop, something or the other they used to grow so that they could sustain their body or hunger. Now, they had to depend on either the river water or on the rains. The word agriculture comes from two Latin words. Ager means field and culture meaning cultivation. It refers to the science and art of cultivating the soil, producing crops, raising livestock, and performing associated activities. It is one of the basic or primary activities because humans are using the physical factors such as land, soil, water, and sunlight to grow the required crop. The primary aim of agriculture was consumption. Whatever they were growing, they were only growing for use for their family or themselves. Now, the land where crops are grown is called arable land. The word arable means fit for or used for growing crops. The world distribution of arable land varies greatly from region to region and from country to country. Now, let us see the factors which influence agriculture. There are two factors that influence agricultural activities. These are discussed below. They are physical inputs. First is They are also referred to as geographical conditions, and the farmers often have no control over these conditions. See, if you are born in Rajasthan and your ancestors have owned a land over there, they have been living there for generations, then the land is not so as arable as the land which you find in the northern plains of India. So people have no control. It is where you have been born or where you have the capacity to buy land and start farming. Those things often are not in the hands of farmers. Now, topography and relief. Relief or topography means the height of a place. Thus, altitude and slope of the land and their orientation. Over here, orientation means quality, play an important role in tilling the land and method of cultivation of crops. The kind of relief feature, over there, the altitude and the slope, all depends on how it is to be tilled and what crops can be cultivated over there. Now, thickness of soils is more in the plain than on the slope. So, crops are best grown in plains than on steep slopes. So different crops are grown on different soil conditions, in different soil conditions. Now coming to the climate. Climatic elements like temperature, humidity, precipitation influence the growth and quality of crops. Precipitation is the rainfall. Humidity is the amount of moisture in the air. Every crop requires a certain combination of optimum temperature and rainfall from germination to ripening of the seeds. Optimum is the amount or degree of something that is best suited for a particular purpose. So all these are major requirements. Now coming to the soil. The soil is responsible for supplying mineral nutrients and water to the crops and helps them in their growth. Particular crops can grow best only in a certain type of soil. Thickness, quality, and water retention capacity of soil determine the crop productivity. In class 5 in geography, you must have learned about the different kinds of soils and different kinds of climatic conditions prevailing in India. And we have learned how these different kinds of soils, climatic conditions are good for different kinds of crops also. So in physical inputs, we saw the topography and relief, the climate, the soil. Now coming to human inputs. The social, cultural and economic aspects of human life influence the agricultural activities immensely. These factors are responsible, according to which a particular crop is grown in a particular region. Or maybe the people see bajra, in Rajasthan bajra is more consumed than wheat or rice. So because this crop grows easily over here, so people have grown used to eating this particular crop. Now the ownership of land, all these aspects determine the human labor, which eventually influences the methods of farming, the productivity and the types of crop. The ownership of land, farm size, mechanization and availability of power are important factors influencing the type of agriculture. So this is very important. Level of economic development is also an important factor influencing agriculture. Mechanization, such as use of tractors, hybrid seeds, fertilizers, pesticides and other innovations have played major role in the development of agricultural activities. Now see, if a farmer has a large tract of land, so it is far more advantageous for him to use tractors to till his land, as it is less time consuming and does more work in little time. Use of hybrid seeds. What are hybrid seeds? These are offspring of two different breeds and they are manufactured as such for better quality, for yielding a better crop. Fertilizers, if they are organic, then they do not spoil the fertility of the soil. Pesticides also should be used, natural pesticides should be used. And there is a lot of innovation, technological advancement in the field of agriculture since for the past 30 or 40 years. Now, In the developed countries, the size of farms is very big and mostly population density is very low. See, so the farms are big but the population is less. Why? Because more of mechanized farming is practiced over there. On the other hand, the South Asian countries, the population is high and the land available for agriculture is less. The farm size is less in the populated countries. So vice versa is happening in the South Asian countries, where the area of land is less but more people live, and the land thus is not able, as it is overutilized, then it does not give a good crop. Now children, do you see this flow chart? Types of farming, it can be divided into two: subsistence and commercial. Subsistence is for growing of crops for consumption. Commercial is just for making money or earning money. Now subsistence can be divided into primitive and intensive, in which primitive is divided into shifting and nomadic herding. Now the commercial crop is divided into extensive, plantation and mixed. So in the next video we'll start with different agricultural practices in the world. As of now, I want you to give this portion, especially the physical inputs, the topography and relief, climate, soil and the human inputs, a thorough study. Please, whatever we have underlined and we have discussed, make sure you learn it by heart. Thank you.